Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. I had promised everyone that I would come out and do a video today, a live, which is new to me. But the main thing I wanted to do here was to bring some things about your business and finding purpose. We've talked about purpose quite a few times, and one of the things that I have always hey, Sherry, thank you for those hearts. That's so sweet. One of the things that I keep telling people that you need to do is to figure out, what do you love? And not only what do you love, what do you have a talent for? So when you take those two things and you marry them, that's how you find your purpose. Now, let me say this. Sometimes we're walking in something that's not our purpose. I have been there. I see Heather's on here. Heather, we've walked in things that aren't our purpose, haven't we, sweetie? It's difficult when you're at a job that's not your life purpose. But don't leave. Don't walk away from that job. Stay there. Stay there, because that is your purpose at the time. It may not be your overall purpose, but you're learning. In my time, I worked with Heather at a telecom, and during that time, I learned so much that has fed into my purpose today. So what you're doing today could be training to walk into and to live in your life purpose. Always remember that. That's so important that you do. Take that training, take what you learn, store it away, keep it in your heart, keep it there, be ready for when God's going to say, hey, it's time. Let's step out, like he's done with me. I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to be able to get up every morning and know that I can pour into this group every day, that I can tell y'all what I've learned and what I'm learning. And believe me, I continue to learn every day. Sherry, I think you commented on this one time, something that I said, that when you stop learning, you stop living. Never stop learning. Always, always look for a lesson in something. May not be the lesson you want, but it's the lesson you need at that time in your life. I promise you that it is. So what do you love to do, and what are you good at? Think about it. Think about those things. Are you in a direct selling business? That's another thing to think about. Some people get into a direct selling business for money. That's why most of us start a business in it, is to make money. But you know what? When you start a business and you start it to make money, that's usually the wrong reason. Business should come from service. Business should come from the heart. If what you're wanting to do is your purpose, it's what God has appointed you to do as you walk in this life, it's going to come from a place of service and a place of heart. I'm in a training right now that is teaching me these things. And I got into the training because, she's saying, we can take what you're doing and we can turn it into a business, into making a lot of money. Who doesn't want to do that? Well, last night I was on a training with her, and someone said, when you get involved with Martha, I'm calling you out if you happen to see this. When you get involved with Martha, it no longer is about business. It becomes about the heart. And it does. It's changed me. When you start serving people, when you start looking for how to walk in your purpose, what I call your purpose walk, when you start looking for that and you start digging for that, then you're going to see God come alongside you. And he's going to say, let's walk this together. Let's walk your purpose together. Your life's going to change. I had my dear sister, I love you, Carol. She told me this week, this group has changed her life. This group has changed my life. It's changing Michael's life. And that's my whole point today. I just wanted to jump out here for a few minutes. Y'all, this is my very first live. So if you're a praying person, pray for me. I'm going to keep doing these. Maybe not daily, but I will keep doing them first in this group, and then I'll move on to my personal page. But right now, my commitment is at least once a week to y'all. While we're doing the ULA Christian Challenge, I'll be coming along and doing a couple of weeks during that time. But I wanted to jump out and talk a little bit about business. And we can't talk about business without talking about purpose. Because if you go to start a business and it's not in your life purpose, you're going to be miserable. How many people listening to me are miserable in their day job? You don't have to raise your hand. You don't have to comment. You don't have to tell me you're miserable in your day job. Just think about that. Are you miserable? And if you are, why? Why? What about that job is making you miserable? So my next question is, if you're miserable in your day job, why on earth? Why? I mean, come on, tell me why would you want to start a business that you'd be miserable in? I started a stopgap, which y'all all know, and I did it, but it was not in my calling. I don't regret it because it helped me stay at home, but it wasn't the long haul for me. It wasn't something I wanted to keep doing. So when you go to start a business, when you go to do something, make sure it's something you love, something that comes from the heart, something you know is part of your purpose. I'm going to give you an example. So I ran across a direct selling company a few years ago, and I loved it. I loved it so much that just the thought of it made me cry, what they did. It was a great company, very compassionate company that helped women all over the world that were from poor economic circumstances. Great company. The problem was it wasn't my purpose. It wasn't part of my purpose. I was not going to go in someone's home and do a party. That's not me. I was not going to come on here and try to sell you jewelry and accessories. That's not me. It's not what I need to be doing. So I learned a lot from that, stepping back and saying, why on earth would I get into something I don't love? I'm looking here. I see a couple, I'm not going to call names, but I know at least one person on here is in a direct selling business, and she loves what she does, and she's good at it, and she loves the company, and that's important. Nothing wrong with direct selling. I have one in my back pocket, something I do, something I love. I'm not pursuing it right now because this is my pursuit, teaching women how to find their purpose, teaching women how to walk in their purpose, learning how to set good goals that will get you where you need to be. So I'm going to sign off. Thank y'all. I honestly didn't think I'd have a soul watching today. I'm so happy to see I have a few people out there. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I see Beth is on here. Linda. Hi, Linda. Faith. I see Mary. And my sweet, sweet friend, Sherry. Thank you so much. I think you were the first person to pop up. And I saw someone else. Heather. Heather, I just love you so much. Up there in cold Ohio. But thank y'all for coming on and joining me in my first live. Anything, if you want to say anything, you have any feedback for me, I welcome it here. I welcome it private message, whatever. I'm going to come on here every Wednesday and give y'all business tips. Today was just kind of we'll be talking about purpose and setting goals for a little bit because I think that's your foundation. We got to get a foundation built. You can't build a house on a shaky foundation. You all know that. It's going to fall. It's going to fall flat. So let's don't do that. Let's get a good foundation built. Figure out your purpose. Figure out your purpose walk. What you need to be doing. And again, you can find your purpose anywhere. You can work a full-time job, that not be your purpose, but maybe your purpose is in volunteering, helping in your church, whatever. But know that you don't have to work in your purpose. But if you're going to start your own business, if you're going to be an entrepreneur and have your own business, you know what? It better be within your purpose. Because if not, you're going to be miserable. You're not going to be walking the way the Lord wants you to walk. And it's not going to work. I can tell you I've been there. It's not going to work.